After its defeat by Britain in the First Opium War, the Qing Dynasty suffered a significant blow to its international prestige. The aftermath of the war brought a surge in imports of Western goods and rising inflation. Additionally, war indemnities were forcibly collected from peasants, placing a heavy economic burden on rural populations. These conditions fueled widespread discontent among the peasantry and sparked numerous uprisings across China. Amid this turmoil, Hong Xiuquan, influenced by Christian beliefs, founded the God Worshippers Society and declared the establishment of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. In opposition to Confucian traditions and Manchu rule, the Taiping Rebellion promoted the slogan, "Eliminate the Manchus and restore the Han," aiming to reunify China and bring about radical social and political transformation. The Taiping forces launched a rebellion in Guangxi province and eventually captured Nanjing, which they established as the capital of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. They built a strong base in southern China and expanded their power significantly. The Taiping regime promoted radical reforms, including the equal distribution of land, gender equality, and the abolition of the traditional class system. They also opposed cultural practices, such as queue hairstyles and foot binding, which helped them gain widespread support among the peasantry. The Taiping Rebellion achieved considerable success in its early years. However, over time it faced growing resistance from local militia forces, organized by Han Chinese officials and gentry. In addition, following the Second Opium War, the Qing government, now cooperating with Western powers, launched a full-scale counterattack. Eventually, in 1864, the Taiping capital of Nanjing fell, marking the complete collapse of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. After experiencing the Opium Wars and the Taiping Rebellion, the Qing Dynasty recognized the superiority of Western science and technology and felt an urgent need for modernization and reform. In response, the Qing established a central government office that was responsible for handling foreign affairs and diplomacy. At the same time, the Qing launched the self-strengthening movement, which aimed to adopt Western technology to enhance military power and modernize the nation's industrial infrastructure. In its early phase, the self-strengthening movement focused on developing military industries and establishing Western-style armies and naval forces. Over time, however, the movement shifted its emphasis toward economic development through the operation of private enterprises, such as steamship companies and textile mills. It also brought changes to the field of education, including the establishment of modern schools and the dispatch of Chinese students to study abroad. However, the self-strengthening movement lacked systematic planning and support from the Qing government. Instead, regional officials implemented policies independently, resulting in a lack of consistency and efficiency, and ultimately yielding limited success. Most enterprises were managed by government officials, and internal structural problems requiring reform were largely ignored. Moreover, the guiding principle of Chinese learning as the foundation, Western technology for practical use, limited the movement's ability to bring about fundamental social and economic transformation. These weaknesses became painfully clear when China suffered a devastating defeat in the First Sino-Japanese War. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Robin's Historical Records.